Why do Facebook ads suck so bad? By the way, I'm Pete Mitchell with AI Lead Automation, and we help realtors and loan officers automate their lead generation, their prospect qualification, and booking their appointments. All they got to do is talk to red hot pre-sold prospects. That's actually a funny question I just got asked. I do a Q&A call about every other week for a bunch of realtors, and it's a group coaching call. And so I get asked, all kinds of stuff that has to do with marketing and sales and things of that nature. And this was someone who was, really frustrated with Facebook, and they kind of dipped their toe into the water several different times. And I really say dip their toe in the water because they didn't really commit to doing Facebook ads, which is, by the way, one of the problems that I see with people is they just kind of, try it for a week or two or sometimes three, and then they're like, I'm gonna hold off, and yet we'll spend all this money going to a course. If they would have just taken that money instead of spending it on a course, if they would have put that in the ads, they actually would have made a whole bunch of money, but that's neither here nor there. So I've been in this game for a long time. In fact, I'm the chief marketing mercenary for a couple of different very well-known real estate coaching companies. You would definitely know who they are, especially if you're in Keller Williams and Berkshire Hathaway and Realty One Group, Remax, all these big guys. And so when I get that kind of question, why do Facebook leads suck so bad? It's a multifaceted answer that almost always comes down to one core thing. And then it's not usually that the leads are bad or that Facebook ads are bad. It's that the agent doesn't have a great selling strategy. I've said this before, if you are used to getting referrals, a referral is a completely different thing from an online lead. In fact, they estimate that only about 1% of online leads close. Yet I've got agents that are killing it, 20, 25% closed. And it's like, what's the difference? The difference is if you're used to referrals, like if someone gave you a referral, family member, past client, something like that, it's a lay down to get an appointment. And if you are just kind of good as a person a lot of times, not even like good at real estate, but just like you can communicate with people, a lot of times you'll pick up the deal because it was referred in. It's one of the reasons why I love referrals. Don't get me wrong. In fact, take referrals away from my cold dead hands. Now, I don't want to give those suckers up either. But we also can't scale referrals. Now, we can put systems in place to generate more referrals and things like that. In fact, that's an important part of business. But we can scale Facebook ads. In fact, I've got one client right now who we really can't spend any more money on ads because the amount of leads that he's generating and the amount of business he gets from those leads, it's sucking up all of his time. So the only thing that we can do in his situation is he started to hire people, and now he's having them work the leads. But what we're noticing is they're not as good at closing. Why? Because selling skills matter. And you have to learn how to diagnose someone's problem. And most people don't know how to do that. What we've got is we've got this box of tricks, if you will. We know how to list a home, we know what people are looking for, and we want everyone to fit into this box. And the reality is, we got to sit down with people and we got to figure out what is the problem that they are trying to solve. And then we can kind of back into what do they need to do. People are going to hate this, but it doesn't mean you always sell the home. Sometimes what it means is, hey, you know what? I don't want you to actually sell this home. We are going to do a refinance. We're going to have you pull some money out, but we're going to go buy another home and we're going to rent this one out. Now, why would we do that? We would do that because it's going to start to create financial security in that family. Like, they're going to have this asset that still goes up in value over the long haul, right? Real estate over the long haul generally goes up in value. It's not a blanket statement. I'm not guaranteeing that real estate's going to always go up in value, but come on. It's a pretty great investment. I think we all know that. But see, when you start to take that role as the advisor, as the confidant, hey, let me walk you through. You've got this problem right here. Let me walk you through some solutions here that I think are going to be really appropriate for what you're trying to do. We have a different rapport with people, completely different rapport. And you can really start to make some great things happen. Now, if you'd like to see the system that we've put together that we use for our realtors and our loan officers, check it out. We've got it at agentfollowupai.com. I got a great little video there. It's going to walk you through the whole system. Even show you some of the different, what we call hooks that get people into our system. I mean, we actually have people answer upwards of 11 different questions before we even ask for their name, email, and phone number. It's one of the reasons why we always get legit info. I shouldn't say always, but I don't know, 98% of the time we're getting legit info because people are so invested in the strategy. And then we get on the phone with them and we start to make things happen. So again, Pete Mitchell, AI Lead Automation. Check us out at agentfollowupai.com. I'll talk to you soon.